Yeah, I don't understand that ending. What's up, friends? Today we're checking out the song Haircut by the rock band Xdinary Heroes. We'll be looking at it from the perspective of a songwriter and producer, so expect a lot of pauses to go over the development of the songs and the new instruments being added. I like that the song starts out with that kind of radio fuzz, and cutting into the radio, it adds a little bit to the chaotic element, like, oh, you just found this thing. You found us. Then I like the cackle, this kind of like evil Joker-esque laugh, and then the guitar comes in with that central riff, the dum 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 dum, classic, almost like bluesy riff with an emo sounding lead guitar. I guess it could be a rhythm. It's kind of in that chuggy area. The vocal production here is so interesting. He's got this kind of drone vocal doing a harmony with his lead as he's going. This lead sounds like super clean and crisp, but that drone underneath has like a little bit of grit to it, just in the right area. Puts us a little bit at unease. Also, I like that the guitar has that ding. It kind of has that high note it goes to at the end, kind of subverts our expectations. We're used to the riff without that high note at the end, but now we have it. It's kind of at the end of the phrase of the vocal, which is nice because it keeps from interfering with that vocal. I like how the drums are produced. There's a lot of reverb on that snare. They're keeping that raw aspect of the drums present here. I like that as the vocal opens up, as the vocal is going to this higher register, the guitar gets more full. You know, we still have that same groove going on, but now we're using more of the strings involved with the guitar. We're not just using like those top two strings doing a little chuggy pattern. We're kind of involving the full spectrum a little bit more. Still having that same groove where we go up at those certain parts. And we still have that layer that creates that harmony. It's interesting how clean those vocals are and yet how distorted and gross that guitar sounds. I think that's one of the more remarkable things about Xdinary Heroes is that they've found this interesting combination of rock and K-pop. You can totally put them into the K-pop genre just because of how clean everything sounds. Like the vocal production is so just pristine. But at the same time, there's this whole rock element going on. Great pre-chorus, really builds us in. I like how those vocals are sounding. They sound so freaking sick. They're doing such a good job of harnessing that kind of higher intensity of a vocal. Gives me some Black Sabbath vibes, some like early Ozzy vibes. And then the gang vocals come in intermittently. That really helps that song develop. We've been seeing this a lot recently in K-pop songs. Blackpink did it on a few of their latest songs from their album, where they have this pre-chorus that really builds and builds and builds. And then when we get the chorus, we take it back, you know? We really make it subtle, make it still catchy, still cool, because that "get her haircut" is so weird and it has this interesting delivery, and then the guitar line is great. Like, it's really cool, but we've hyped up so much that you would expect it to just be this rocking metal type chorus, this like Max Martin type of chorus, but it's not. It's like subdued. It's taking it back. And there's that big explosion. You know, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I expected that pre-chorus to go to, but it didn't. And then, you know, we experience it kind of post the chorus. It's kind of like the chorus is split into two parts. This really subdued, low-key portion with this weird, interesting vocal. And then we have like the classic big rock chorus. One of the best aspects of K-pop music is the differentiation you'll find in the second verse. And it's something that we adopt a lot in my band Jock Jock, where the second verse just sounds completely distinct from the first verse. Just non-comparable, right? And they do that really well here because they have those trap hi-hats. The drums are just completely different. You've got this really electronic sound. Eventually, those realistic drums get introduced, but at first, it's very trap, and the vocals are doing more of a hip-hop thing. What I like is that the guitar is still following that central groove that we established in the first verse. Even though we're not doing the chugging necessarily, we still have that high portion coming at the end of the phrase. One thing I didn't point out about the pre-chorus that I do like is that laugh. That laugh is so creepy, it's so weird, and it fits so well with this overall vibe of the song. They're almost putting themselves into this horror type, you know, they're mixing in these elements from kind of villainous places into their music. It's so cool. It's such a great rock riff. Boom, boom, boom. Hits your bones. It makes you want to groove, you know? It's great. And the vocals add so much to it. I like the cut, cut, cut done in that whisper, you know? It's interesting that this time we didn't go to that second part of the chorus we heard on the first chorus. We kind of ditched that high key atmosphere and just went to this bridge section. Starting out mainly with just vocals, a little bit of pads too, to add a bit of atmosphere. And then this acoustic guitar kind of builds into things. Those vocals, again, sounding super pristine, paying attention to the details of how much reverb is put in to make it fill the room in a specific way. I like the switch between vocals. Pitch shifted vocal that's a little sped up to the sounds great. Third chorus, they're adding the gang vocal aspect to this chorus, really building it out, making it sound bigger than the choruses we've had before, making you feel like you can sing along because there's this big gang vocal, like everyone's singing along now to the Get a Haircut. We've heard it a few times. It's a pretty simple lyric. It's time for you to join in. Time to let it go, time to let it go. So go on, bring back that second part of the chorus. So we didn't have it for the second chorus, but now we have it for the third chorus. I mean, I'm all right with it. It's different. It's like subverting our expectations. After the second chorus, we expect to hear that, and we don't. And so then we're just like, oh, I guess that's just not part of the form. I guess that's not part of the chorus. And then after the third chorus, we hear it again. So it's weird, but it's cool. I like that. Actually, that's a really interesting form decision. I'm going to have to use that. I like it. Now, I know I'm not supposed to give my opinion, but those vocals were a little loud at the end. Like, we're familiar with the chorus at this point, and we've got this sick guitar solo going on, and it's kind of in the back. I would like to hear that guitar solo up front and center. It's so riffy. It's such a hook. It is the thing there. That guitar solo was sick. It's really well done. I want the guitar solo to be front and center. I want to be paying attention to that guitar solo because it was sick. I really like the tones they got out of this guitar too. Like, it's got that like just enough distortion. Just so on the nose. Reminds me a lot of like the Black Parade album by My Chemical Romance. Just the right amount of grittiness to the guitars. Yeah, I don't understand that ending. But whatever. It's part of their lore. It's got to be part of their lore. I don't understand the full lore, but hopefully someone in the comments section will explain it to me. If you really liked this video and you want me to check out their full album, because they just released an EP like last week, and I kind of just missed the ball on it, didn't see it, please let me know. And if there's enough people who are really requesting that or liking a comment that says it, I will go and do a full reaction to the album, because I do think Xdinary Heroes is cool. They're coming into their character in a nice way, and I dig it a lot. I hope this video has given you a further appreciation of Xdinary Heroes and what goes on in terms of production, in terms of filling out the song. If it has, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Trying to hit that 6,000 subscriber mark, so those subscriptions help a lot. Also, love it if you checked out my rock band. It's called Jock Jock. Got the stuff right there. And if you want to see other K-pop reactions I've done, those are right here. That's it. Catch you on the flip.
Long journey coming back from the mountains. Spent some grains of sand searching for a youth fountain. Should have known that I would